me on this, but I feel like it's going out west. I don't feel like it's coming here.
So I'm saying, you know, why
Yeah.
the area should not have to suffer all these years, you know, to deteriorate
Just disinvestment.
as much, and when there has been no investment in the area at all.
Right.
But they get their investment because of us down here. And
they pimp us.
Yeah,
Yes,
they,
absolutely.
the money's come in
Yes.
for us
Yeah.
down here, but they spend
They
it
use it.
otherwise.
Right.
Can I just make a comment? A lot of this solution, as much as you can get, goes with your elected official.
Mhm.
That's where we're gonna have to put more emphasis.
But you do it and they play it, you know, they don't.
So I have one thing about the sewer. There is the integrated sewer overflow plan that they had to put
Right.
together as a result of the EPA decree. And what they haven't been telling people is that that's gonna raise your rates. And that, actually, I think they just did raise the electric rates, the BPU, didn't they? And so then yeah, and it's a huge issue all over northeast Kansas. The sewers are old. In fact, I don't know how many of you received that mailer from the unified government offering sewer and water line protection.
Yes.
But that was a good deal. I signed up for it because people's water lines, they're just as old as the city's infrastructure. And so people's pipes are bursting on them, $3,000 to $6,000 to get your pipes fixed, and that's your responsibility as a homeowner. And so it's a huge issue that they really haven't prepared for. There is a website with the integrated sewer plan, which is nothing more than a couple pictures, you know, I mean, so I don't have any answers, any hard and fast answers about when they're gonna get to it, how they're gonna get to it, or where the money's coming from, other than I think it's gonna come straight from us, the ratepayer, you know? But yeah, it's a huge issue that's what happens on my street.
I've lost thousands of dollars because of floods.
I believe it.
Thousands.
I believe it.
20, 30,000 in a night. I've had to just throw everything away.
I'm really sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Did you provide the costume for the people who came in here? Okay.
Aw,
Thank you.
that's nice.
Yeah, thank you.
They actually paid for it this time, but normally they don't.
What did
But
he
this
say?
year they did.
The costumes.
I gave them a discount.
Yeah, I believe it.
I like that the quality of life plan, I wrote that down here.
Mhm.
The quality of life plan, which is a blueprint for development.
Mhm.
And that is the quality of life and health initiatives and all those words. Those are the latest things that, are, what would you call those, when I work for the government, they make up these things and they throw them at you, you know, and it may change next year to something else. But that's how they're able to, get the grants, you know, get the funding, is to be able to make sure you have the right wording in there,
Yes.
the right kind of, you know, you know what I'm saying?
The
So-
terminology, yeah.
So the terminology means a lot, but it basically, it's still saying, it's the same thing, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
We're saying, but it's like, and I guess maybe I have got to the point where I keep seeing, it's like we're going round and round and round in the same circle.
Yeah.
I don't see us coming out of the circle, not even to step out for a moment.
Mm.
I just see the circle continuing to go round and round and round. And we get a lot of rhetoric, we get a lot of health initiatives, you know, or small things to make it appear as though we're not going, you know,
Right.
we're not, but I don't see I don't see reality.
Yeah.
I don't see where we're really making a stride or any strides. And maybe it's because I'm not seeing clearly, maybe I don't see things
Well,
in a
You
clear
know.
way, but after you go to so many meetings and you keep hearing the same cliche, you know, health initiatives, we want quality of life plan, we want, these are the things that we've been doing this for
Right.
years.
right.
And I guess I'm looking for is like, what is really going, what are we really doing?
Mhm.
You know, what are we really doing?
Right. Yeah.
And see, that's the reason why I get, you know, like with that land bank thing, it's the same kind of thing, you know, it's like they dance around and dance when
Yes.
they're
Oh,
actually
man.
making plans to do what, you know, they're making the plan.
To do what they wanna do.
Yeah.
I agree. And so, and that's something I've struggled with. You know, I've been with H&MA almost 2 years now. And, first I had to try to get the organization's house in order, you know, to be able to do some work like this work. But that was really the catalyst for me trying to do this, is one, let's stop asking the same old questions over and over again.
Yeah.
You wanna know, watch the video,
Right.
because it's already been said 50 million
Right.
times, and now it's in a video, and you can just watch the video,
Right.
all right? And second of all, to build cohesion among the
The
neighborhoods,
neighborhood.
because we're all fighting the same fight,
It's the same.
it's the same fight, and so that we can come up with realistic, doable things we can do, and to change the dynamics of the system. Because it's the calls you're making, it's the work you're doing that really needs to be, not these other agencies with $2 million budgets that are trying to just fluff up their budget, you know? That's how we're gonna get the work done, is by funding the work that's already being done. You know, because you guys already have the dedication, you already know, you're already the boots on the ground, you know? And by going door to door, by taking the time to try to get to our neighbors like that. So it's something I've been struggling with. This is an attempt to break out of that cycle.
And it it makes a difference when you have, you can actually, you know, have the division, where you can see it.
Yeah,
It has such an impact.
it's so
So
powerful,
it is.
it's so
Because
powerful.
when Beverly said what she says, and then Clifford comes, that is just awesome.
It is,
I mean, and the thing is that when you think about it, for the number of years, when nothing has changed, it's
crazy.
unbelievable.
it's
unbelievable.
that's enough to make you wanna drive your head into a wall.
It makes you wanna cry. It's an unfortunate thing. It's very, and it's by design. See, it's not like it just, you know, well, this happened, but it's by design.
I agree. One thing that we mentioned, the Assistant County Administrator Gordon was
It's
at
by
this
design,
meeting, and,
They want it like this.
you know, in order to get, I'll just give you a little antidote here. So, you know, Rosedale, 25 years doing what they're doing, right? They started a master plan process in 2009 when no one was interested in anything with Rosedale. It was before KU was doing all the
Right.
development, everything like that. They got a grant from the Healthcare Foundation to do a master planning process. Well, now it comes to do another master plan in 2015, okay? Now, everybody's wanting to move into Rosedale,
Yes.
K's expanding.
Yes.
They got that same grant from the Healthcare Foundation, but now the city wants to run the master planning process. In order for Rosedale to be at the table, they have to pony up the money
Yes,
to even be at the table,
yeah.
okay? That's crazy. So H&MA, in our master planning process, we've talked to the commissioners about us, bring us in, bring the neighborhoods in, radio silence, you know? We don't have, we're just an organization with a little, but we don't have the money to pony up $50,000 just to be at the table, and you shouldn't have to.
Yeah, but that's why they put the demands there,
Right,
because that's to prevent you.
right, exactly. So we're gonna circumvent that. And this type of work here is gonna circumvent that. It's gonna say, you don't have to have Rachel Jefferson on the table, but you need to have people that are in the community, living in the community, representing the community, and you need to have more than just us. You need to get translators out there. You need to reach all the different immigrant, non-native English-speaking populations you'd have move into your community, you know?
Every time you move, they're gonna put a master plan right in your face, too. That's why they're sitting on it. So they're gonna throw it in your face every time you try to do something.
Yeah.
That's what all this stuff around here should be done, like you said. People are building sidewalks and everything. Yeah, they building sidewalks where it's not no houses at.
That's what someone else was telling me.
You know, they're only-
Sidewalks and no
they're
houses.
sidewalks, no houses, but sidewalks.
New ones, no sidewalks,
Brand new
What kind of
sidewalk,
crazy?
all over-
new curbs.
Go out in the city, go out Fifth Street, out 10th, where there's no houses now.
Yeah.
The first neighborhood people live, you won't see no new sidewalk,
Right,
but you will where there's not no houses.
right.
And we were wondering why, you know, when you asked the
We asked
question,
that
no one
question.
has been able to define that.
Well, they'll run you around all the different departments of the unified government with the why question.
Why would you
Oh,
build
why?
a sidewalk where
No,
there's houses? That's perfect.
We
You
need to
have
have,
that
but they got
perfect.
new sidewalks
Where there's
and new
no
curbs.
houses, people,
No
Where they live, they
houses.
gotta come out and walk, you know, you took up the
Unbelievable.
sidewalk years ago.
Why is that, Clifford?
Why would you build one where it's not nobody lives?
So I'll tell you, like, some of the work we've been doing was on parks and trails, but from these videos, from talking to people and everything like that, I realized very quickly that if you can't get to the parks, no use. If there aren't any lights in the parks, there's no use.
That's right.
If there's not any utilities in the parks, there's no use. If you got dogs chasing you out the park, it's no use.
Exactly.
I mean, so that's what I mean by this type of stuff informing the
That's
work
right. That's
that
right.
I do, you know?
That's right.
Cause it's like, well, you can make a park as pretty as you want to,
Yeah,
but no one's gonna use it if they, you know?
that's right.
Exactly,
That's right.
yeah.
Because
So-
if I wanted to walk, we have sidewalks and we have curbs in one block there. But I don't think I would wanna walk up that block because dogs are barking, I don't know.
Right.
Pit bulls may be coming out, you never know.
You never know.
So I'm not able to I'm not able to walk I would
Right.
like to be able to, but I'm not going through that because.
Right.
Yeah.
Cause it's not safe,
Mm-mm.
you don't feel safe,
No.
and how can you enjoy yourself and have recreation if you don't feel
That's
safe?
right.
So this is the first step in that direction, and I welcome all of you to keep doing what you're doing and participate in the process if you so desire. And hopefully we can start to build some cohesion across these 10 active neighborhood associations that we have, so that, we can move forward together as a unit, because we're always stronger. One twig breaks easily, 20 together, you're not gonna break it as easily. And I think that's the only way that we're gonna be able to break ourselves out of this sick cycle that we're in. Thank you.
Any more questions for Ms. Jefferson?
I'm just gonna ask, when you said there are 10 active associations, are you talking about the ones where you have done the?
So we've been able to interview 6 of
Yeah,
those,
6.
and there are 4 other ones that I have not been able to interview yet. I don't have Parkwood Colony, I don't have Turtle Hill, I don't have, who am I missing? Brighton Hill, I don't have Sagum 8 and 9. I don't have London Heights, which they're kind of one of those ones that are not necessarily so active anymore because of some health issues. But that would be my goal, is to be able to get everybody interviewed. And then if we have the ability to just interview residents as well, like what you were saying, what you were proud of, is the fact you were able to shut down that trap house,
Not me.
Right, no, well, that's what I meant, you, I meant generally you. And so I think that those types of stories could be captured very quickly and tagged on to the Strugglers Hill video, And we wouldn't be able to do this without some funding from the Centers for Disease Control that came by way of a larger grant that got parsed out and la-da-da-da-da-da-da. So, it's all tied into the money, unfortunately, but hopefully we can take this money, leverage it, to get more money into the hands of people that really are gonna do something with it, do something powerful with it.
And if you wanna view the other ones, we go to the website that you said?
No, they're not on my website yet, so you'd go to YouTube and you'd search right here, Northeast KCK. In fact, so you go to,
I'm gonna get this put on the website.
yes, so the Strugglers Hill video will be on your website, but if you go to YouTube and you search Northeast KCK, here's our channel, and you can subscribe, which means you would get updates, and then you can see all the videos that we've done so far. This was a nice video with Victor Harris's grandkids, which is just kind of like a fun levity type of thing. But it was nice to get the perspective of the youth.
Well, how do you think that because you are, I don't know how that MBRs work, but because you have that status, it's just my question. 501c3. Is that a productive, is it productive that you are HMNA and you could maybe get sponsors to help you to go forward, to do more with what you're doing? When I went to that Missouri, over at the Coffin Center,
Oh,
whatever
sure.
that's called.
Yeah, sure.
that's what, you know, some of them are saying, you know, well, we have so-and-so sponsoring us because
Mm,
we have a project that we're working on, trying to get to the, well, they don't have commissioners. I mean, what they were trying to get to, maybe get to the council to give us approval,
Mm.
because we have so-and-so is sponsoring us, maybe
Mm.
St. Luke or.
Oh, right, okay.
Or someone,
Yeah.
you know, is like that. Is that, do you see that as something that would be helpful if, I mean, like, you know, maybe some of the hospital, because we were talking about quality of life plan.
Alright.
Do you think that if you could, you know, like, have a meeting with, or maybe you have, someone that may know someone on the board of the health, cause that's why I said we need to keep using, if you're using that, because that would help show that the communities are working on trying to get healthy initiatives going,
Right.
to prevent them from having to come out to the hospital in an emergency basis, because they're walking, and we have curbs and sidewalks that, we're able to, put in, or have there, or whatever, plan that would be a blueprint for development, that's what we're looking for, and would they be willing to partner with us so that we could, you know, make this more feasible for all of the neighborhoods, not
Right.
just one neighborhood? Do you know what I'm saying?
I think so. So I think I understand what you may be asking me. So our tax exempt status allows us to take sponsorships, grant funding and stuff like that. We are now also going to be hopefully offering fiscal agency for organizations that are too small to get their own tax exempt status. So for instance, like these videos here about Radish, series of lectures we did. And so we're signing a fiscal agency agreement where we'll do the administration and paperwork for them and take charitable donations on their behalf to do that type of programming. That's something I'd like to be able to offer to all the neighborhood associations.
Okay, now what is that called again?